Hey guys, this is Lex here from Bored at Work, and what we have for you today is the HTC One M8 versus the LG G3 that was just announced today. Now, starting with the screen size, you do have a bump in actual size of the screen. You have a 5.5-inch display on the G3 using a 2K or 1440 display overall. You really can't do it justice in video. It is better than the M8s. It's using IPS as well, but it's using LG specific technology for it. As you see here with the One M8, you have the old 1080p, which is insane for that being old technology already, but it is 1080p HD resolution, and it is a 5-inch display versus the 5.5. Now you do still have the front-facing cameras on both devices, but flipping into the back, this is where they differ the most. On the G3 here, you have the 13 megapixel camera with the laser focus. Now we haven't tested it out yet, but it did seem really compelling during the actual presentation, and you have the coveted feature for them of the power button and the volume keys. And they talked about them being different measurements now, so it's better adaptable in your hand when you're using it. We'll see that later on in the review when we actually get the device, but as of right now, it's just the same as the back. Now on the actual One M8, you have their dual camera with their ultra pixel using a 4 megapixel sensor. People have said what they wanted to about the camera themselves. Overall, it produces some great quality pictures, but the G2 definitely outclassed it. So I really don't see the G3 not outclassing it in the same category. In terms of the actual hardware, this does have a metallic look to it, but it is almost like a matte finish. And it does have a removable back cover, as this is a one unibody display here on the M8. I'm actually going to show you guys how that looks. So it's not as flimsy as you would get on Samsung, but it is still plastic, almost polycarbonate-esque. And on the back here, you see they have a 3,000 milliamp hour battery pack. Now that's bigger than the one in the M8, I believe it's 2,600. And you do have the addition of a micro SD card slot, so now it's on par with the addition of that on the M8. I'm actually gonna flip the back cover up on now to turn it back around here. And in terms of actual size in your hand, we're actually gonna do this here, just show a size comparison, and the M8 is rather tall for being a smaller display. They're almost on par as well, and if you go to a side comparison here, the G3 is almost skinnier, maybe a bit chubbier. You really can't tell here, but they're very similar, so you really can't confuse that. Going to the bottom here, you do have the micro USB. Now Samsung has been the only one to incorporate USB 3.0 so far. I was hoping the G3 did that, but they did not do so, so you still can use your old chargers if you want to. Moving along here. In terms of the speaker, now this is the Harman Kardon edition. This is not the actual official M8 version. This is exclusive to Sprint, so as you can see here, it has a different color as the G3. But the G3 does come in various colors. You do have blue, you have brown, you have white, and black, and there may be future colors to be announced later on. And they both are using the LTE technology as well, as they are flagship devices, and you're getting supposedly an enhanced speaker quality out of the G3 during the presentation. That's what they discussed. But you guys already know about boom sound, and boom sound is pretty much the best in class when it comes to sound on a smartphone. So we'll see how good the G3 does in that department when competing with the M8 later on. As you can see here, the M8 does have an IR blaster at the top here, and the G2 actually did have an IR blaster. They did not specifically say where it was on the G3, but it's my assumption that it does have it, so you do have the best of that as well with TV changing channels and such as well. But that's pretty much going to sum up our quick comparison of the One M8 and the G3. Overall, they're pretty much good devices, and the G3 definitely brings a lot to the table, so we'll see if HTC and Samsung come out with their rumored Prime versions later on. Be sure to share, like, favorite the video if you guys want to. We definitely love your feedback. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember to always enjoy your entertainment. Thanks, guys.